Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. So on today's video, what we're going to do is this, the 4-minute 4 ponytail wolf cut. Yes, this literally took minutes to do, and it is the bang on trend. Wolf cuts are currently trending again because the likes of Billie Eilish, Miley Cyrus, and another number of celebrities have all gone back to this sort of shaggy texture. And the wolf cut is trending again on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. So I wanted to break it down, and this one's slightly different as well. It breaks it down to more of a salon finish and a salon visit. So yeah, before we get into it, please hit the subscribe button if you are new, because there is a massive number of you that aren't subscribed, that are just taking all my content for free and going off and taking it to your hairdressers and getting the hair of your life. So please smash the subscribe button and the like button, because it takes it further. And if you want to check out the join button as well, that's to support the channel, because I'm going to be putting all of my vlogs, my weekly vlogs are going to be going in the join button. So let's get straight into the section pattern. The section pattern is 4 sections, 2 ponytails at the front and 2 ponytails at the back. We've got a semicircle working through here, and we're just gathering all that length brought straight up through there. And then, like I'd say the traditional ponytail unicorn haircut, these would normally be together as one and taken like that. But I've just split them off into 2. Reason for, I'm going to cut one and I'm going to cut the other. It's broken the hair down into easier bite-sized pieces. And in salon, if you're a new stylist and trying to understand where to start with a wolf cut, or I suppose a bit of a shag haircut, this is how we would section in salon, where we'd be sectioning through the client's parting, and we'd be working through one side, section up, section up, section up, section up, section up, section up, through that side. We'd then be working through this, say, crown area. We could elevate straight up, we could over direct forward slightly, we could even bring it back. And then with this is all being elevated up because we want to maintain that length. So with the front, we want to be taking off length because we want to be a bit shorter and everything through here. You know what a wolf cut is. If you don't, look at these inspirations just here. These are what we're sort of heading for. And these sections are what are going to give us the final result. So let's get straight into the haircut. So with all my gear, you can see these, look at these scissors, they've got a skull on. These are the old ochre skull. And this my Sessibon? Yeah, this is Sessibon. I've got some ones which are similar, which is ochre. But if you want to get any of my gear, hair dryers, tongs, scissors, combs, clips, foils, they're all down in the description below with a discount code on there as well for you. So let's get straight into the haircut. What we're going to do is, again, I'm going to be using, should we use the bridge? Yeah, let's use the bridge of the nose as a guide. So I'm just going to take this one first, and I bet you're thinking, why have we sectioned it into 2? Why not just do 1? Because I want it to represent and resemble a bit more of like a salon sectioning pattern for newer hairdressers that are coming out of college or straight out of apprenticeship. When you walk on the salon floor for the first time, going to be charging for haircuts, you're going to have clients coming in wanting a wolf cut as such. It's something that you don't learn. You don't learn this at college. You don't learn it as a fundamental NVQ or cosmetology school. You would learn basic haircuts. And if I can try and correlate this and help hairdressers newly qualified to understand this a bit more, you're going to get a much better haircut when it comes to it when you visit in the salon. So we've sectioned middle part, we've sectioned across the top of the head, and I've done a bit of a semicircle. I'm going to jump to the top camera so I can show you that, and then we'll get straight into the haircut. So here's the sectioning pattern. 2 front ponytails there, working through a middle section through there. We've got this, which works on the curvature of the head. As soon as that head starts to curve away in there from my comb, so you can see, that is where I took that semicircle section from. And then we've got this underneath here, there, which is just elevated up to keep a lot of the length, but it allows us to cut the hair as well. So jumping straight to it. I'm going to get my fingers in like that. I'm just going to come down to the bridge of the nose, which is there. And this is all elevating up. Elevating creates softness, creates texture, creates movement. So just there. And I'm just point cutting that off there. To create more softness, I'm going to real deeply point cut into there. Creates even more softness, but also the sectioning breaks it down into easier bite-sized pieces, so you're not contending with loads and loads of hair. Right, so what we could do now, we've got two guides. Similar when we're cutting salon style haircuts, we would be having guides working through the hair so we can make sure we're getting balance. I could pull that across there and use that as my guide, my previous cut section, or I could just take my section down to the bridge of the nose and do exactly the same. But I'm just going to making sure that I'm there, and I've just used that guide on this section to make sure we've got some balance. And you can see I'm just again going to soften off into there. We want to be creating a lot more softness and texture built into there, but I'm hoping you can see there they're both exactly the same, because there'd be a bit which is a little bit further forward, a little bit further back, but there's not. They're both exactly the same. So that is perfect guides and haircuts through that front. Now let's work through this top section. And again, I'm looking at how much I want to take off. There, I probably took about, what, 2 inches off that front to create this. So let's do that again. Let's replicate that. So about 2 inches there. And again, I'm just point cutting. Point cutting creates softness and texture. And then what I'm going to do is just going to get my fingers down there. Let's just fan that out a little bit more. And you can see where the bulk is. So there's not too much on this edge, but when we go right into that bulk of the hair, you can see there's a lot more in there. That's just loosened all of that up there. And then again, we're wanting to maintain length. So I'm just going to pull it straight up. There's those little short pieces which are already into this mannequin. I'm just going to pull it up. I'm just going to take off just the ends basically through there. And then to loosen up, I'm just going to lift it up slightly so we're still elevating. And just point cut into there. And that's that haircut done. So when it comes to a salon version, it would be very, very similar. We would have our sections put in like this. So 2 at the front, 1 on the crown, 1 underneath. Maybe the one underneath could be sectioned and clipped down. Wouldn't have to really be in a ponytail because we would just elevate it in the salon. But these would all be clipped. We'd work through, pull out and cut and bring all of that up to that section there. As same on the other side. Section up, bring it all up to that point there. This section at the back, this would also be clipped. And then we could either work sort of like vertical down the head, we could work horizontal across the head, but just bring it all up to a point like that, cutting it across, point cutting, and you'd get a very, very similar result. Obviously, salon version, it'd be wet, it would be much more precise, but this is basically just in minutes to show you how we can create a wolf cut. Wolf cuts are still trending on socials because the likes of Billie Eilish, Miley Cyrus, they're all bringing back this sort of shaggy wolf cut. And you can see there, you can see what built-in texture. You can see we've got a weight point through this top here, which we can get a lot of emphasis and volume through there. And then we've got these ends. So we've kept that length. Let's pull this one out. Let's pull this one out. I'm just going to give it a little shake. And there was somebody in the comments that actually said that I take it out of shot and put a different mannequin on. And I'm telling you, I don't. I just give it a little shake just to make sure. But look, we can see how that's building up. So just shaking it, give it a good shake. Ah, there we go. See, I don't change mannequins at all. but look at the final result. I'm only joking. Here we go. Here she is. Just trying to get those section parts out. Should we use? Let's use this. Again, Kent brushes. You can check out everything I use down below. Super cool. Bang on trend. Billie Eilish. Miley Cyrus. If I see any other celebs that are rocking this while I'm editing, I'll pop them up here so you can see for inspo. But one of the coolest haircuts, isn't it, going the wolf cut? And just so you can see, we've got this weight all through here, and it does taper off a little bit. We could refine that if we wanted to. We could take that off, and I probably will. I'll probably get a razor and just start razoring these bits off to create a little bit more like a mullet-esque sort of haircut. But there we go. We've kept all that length at the back through there, and there she is. But what I'm going to do, I'll just style it out a little bit, and then I'll get my razor into it so you can see something a little bit more if you want to see that. But yeah, there we go. What do we think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think, because sectioning in smaller sections gives you a much more precise haircut. That's why we do it in salon. When we're taking it into this one unicorn ponytail, you're bringing all this hair up into chunks. And when I'm watching these videos online, it's like chomping through these big ponytails. You're going to be getting line after line after line after weight. And that's why we take these smaller sections in salon so we can create. And if I did this as a I might do it straight after this. I might do this haircut exactly the same again. So I'm not going to razor this. I'm going to wet this all down, and I'm going to do it as if I was doing it in a salon, just a shorter version, so you can see both on the same head. So yeah, if you've loved it, let me know in the comments down below. I will style this out a little bit more so you can see a better end result, because I know a lot of you will want to take this as inspo into the salon, into your bathroom, and rocking it for 2024. So I'm going to style it, and then I'll bring in the finished result. So there we go, guys. There's the finished result. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the join button as well to join my community of enthusiasts, Paul Watts hairdressing enthusiasts, because I'm going to be putting all my vlogs. I've just filmed a vlog of my travel, and I'm going to be putting all my vlogs in the join button. So if you want to see what I do extracurricular, all still to do with hair, extracurricular, make sure you hit the join button and support the channel. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you on the next video.